We're here tonight to talk about community involvement. I've already spoken to that, so I'm going to move through this quickly. But again, the emphasis here is make your voice heard, please. Please make your voice heard tonight by making a public comment, use the suggestion box, or follow up with Craig Elliott or myself afterwards. What we don't want to have happen is a year from now people getting real vocal and saying, well, why didn't we do that now? So please try to do that for us. Okay? This is a unique opportunity for the brand of Park City. We've worked a lot in cooperation with the Chamber, the city, local leaders, and our goal being right here in the heart of this town is to say, how can we make this town better? And I'm going to be introducing Craig Elliott on the next slide, and the whole purpose of this exercise is how can we use these 11 acres, plus the adjoining neighbors that may or may not join in the future, to make Park City function better. Better from a traffic point of view, better from accessibility to the mountain, better from airport transportation hubs, mass transit hubs, whatever the next 20 to 30 years may bring. But as we look at developing this project, we're truly trying to say, what is this town going to look like? What is going to be our legacy? What is this town, how's this town going to function in 2040, in 2050? Because as we all know, unfortunately, it's going to come faster than we want it to. So truly that's what we're here to do, is to build the brand Park City into a better place. Okay, and next, I'm about to introduce you to the design team. Many of you already know Craig Elliott of Elliott Work Group. I've been working with Craig now for almost 13 years, and we've done many projects across the town already, like the old Minor Car Wash and Rail Central, redid the Emporium that used to be the old post office. You'll see more about that shortly. But Craig has truly earned his stripes. Elliott Work Group has won all these awards. They developed the Sky Lodge, and it was a merit award. The Rail Central was a Governor's Quality Growth Award. It goes on and on, but this is an accomplished company, an accomplished man that's seen it all, made all the debates. He understands the process well, and that's one of the best things about working with Craig and his firm, is they know how to process applications and when to make compromises, how to take public input, governmental input, and come up with the best possible result. And that's what we're in the middle of right here, right now. So I'd like to introduce Craig Elliott and let him take it from here. Here you go, Craig.
Thanks, Mark. Thanks for coming out tonight. We're going to go through a couple of things to start with. It's a great turnout, by the way. It doesn't look as big over there. We've Elliott Work Group, a little bit of background on what we've done and some of the things we've done in town, and a few other things here locally in the past few years. Projects from, as you might say, historic preservation projects in town. Other historic projects that have master plan development processes that go with it. Main Street commercial buildings with residential on top. Projects that are just getting started, soon to be happening on Main Street. High-rise mixed-use buildings. This one happens to be in Provo. The Sky Lodge, which Mark mentioned earlier. And then back to some affordable housing. So we really do a lot of different kinds of projects. And that's one of the things I think is very interesting about this project, because we're talking about designing a new neighborhood in Park City. We've looked at it in a lot of different ways. And a neighborhood is going to have all different kinds of buildings. So we'll talk a little bit about that process and what's happening. But before that, Mark mentioned some of the projects he's done and some of the things we've done with him. And I think it's always good to go back and look and see what was here and what he's done. We couldn't find a picture of the old building that was here, the post office building, before it was redone. This is the Emporium project, just across the property from here. You may remember the Business Commons building. I had many people before I started working on it go, "You're really going to work on that?" This is what we did with it. And this is the other side, and many of us have gone up and down those stairs previously before, going to meetings or other places. And this was a project that, as Mark said before, received an Envision Utah Governor's Quality Growth Award. We were very proud of that. The whole project, quite frankly, was part of the project award. What we're doing currently, this is on Bonanza Drive and Iron Horse. We're working, we currently processed a project. We're working with the owners on this property, and we'll be developing a new project on this property in the near future. And this is what we processed. Some of the architectural qualities that you may see in some of the buildings in Bonanza Park. And then thinking ahead as a developer, Mark's been putting together projects, and he's been building affordable housing components. This is a new project which we processed this last year, last couple of years. We just finished the processing. And it's across the street on Empire Avenue from Shadow Ridge, right next to the resort. And it's an affordable housing project. We think that there's an opportunity here. We're moving forward with some of the things that are responsible that's going to happen from the development of the Bonanza Park. In addition, he's already built affordable housing in the Rail Central building in Building 3.